Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on a special live stream, the Hardware Wallet Roundup. We're going to talk about the latest news in the hardware wallet industry. I'm going to go over several of the available hardware wallets, their pros and cons, and I'm going to do some demos for you guys, moving some crypto in and out of these hardware wallets so that you can see them in action. So this is a first timer. We'll probably stick to we'll probably stick to an hour for this one. I don't want to go too far into it and make it unapproachable by someone that stumbles on it. I've had some complaints about my 2-hour live stream on Saturday night. It's relative, I suppose. I've seen people do 2-3 hour live stream podcasts / stuff, and people hang in there and watch those. But I'm personally, if I see something that's like 2 hours, even an hour, sometimes I'm just like, don't have time. So anyway, wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you everyone for being here. Kenny is here, bright and early. I thought I would do this live stream at an alternate time for those of you who don't have a chance to view my Saturday night live stream. So let's dive in. Let's go over here. I just want to thank everyone that's here. ZZat, I am. Whoop. Is this the right one? No, I think we've got a different. Let's see here. Is this right? Oh, come on, Rex. I think what I want is this one. Yeah. Well, we got our first technical difficulty. I hope everyone can hear me okay. The lights appear to be working. I got everything lined up here. I got so many hardware wallets laying around. I want to thank everyone. ZZat, there are other wallets that support lots of altcoins. Tangem supports quite a few altcoins. Trezor, not so much. Trezor is kind of the direct competitor to the Ledger devices, and it's fully open source, but it doesn't support a whole lot of altcoins, but it does support the EVM chains when you're using it with MetaMask. So that opens up thousands of coins when you're talking about ERC20 tokens, Matic tokens, Avalanche tokens, Binance Smart Chain tokens. So if the main thing that people trade, I think, are EVM tokens. So, and lots of wallets support those. But if you're looking for a wallet that supports lots of altcoins like Polkadot or Cardano or Solana, then, Ledger is still number one on those. I have to say that. Trezor, not so much, but those coins are supported on Tangem and I'm looking over at my other wallets here, Elipal and Keystone. So I mean, there's a lot of wallets out there that support lots of coins, right? So, but that shouldn't always be your first criterion. I mean, it's a good criterion, but there's lots of things to think about when you're evaluating a hardware wallet. It's easy for me to say because I've got so many laying around. I can just pick and choose which one I use. But I know for a lot of people, purchasing a hardware wallet is kind of an agonizing decision. We don't have a lot of money to spare, and I know that you just want to get the one that's right for you. And everyone wants the best. So I totally get that. Let's dive into the news real quick and just go over some of these stories that I wanted to cover that concern hardware wallet. The first one that's really interesting, I think, is that at the Tangem introduced the world's first Ring crypto wallet, which is kind of a natural progression from their card-based wallets. If you've never used a Tangem wallet before, it looks like a credit card, and the private key is stored on this card, and it is an NFC card, near field communication. So you basically use it in conjunction with your phone. There's a Tangem app, and to authorize transactions, you hold the card to the back of the phone to authorize transactions. So a ring is kind of a natural progression to that. They just need to somehow incorporate the technology that's in that card into this ring. And the ring looks really cool and stylish. Of course, I contacted them and asked them if they would send me a ring. And they were kind of like, the rings that they passed out at the Cardano Summit were prototypes. Maybe they're not fully functional or as seamless or bug-free as they would like. So they're not going to release the product until early next year. They promised me that as soon as it's out and ready to go, that I would be one of the first to receive it. So a little disappointed. I thought they had some laying around, but this is a cool deal, right? And of course, it's going to use the same NFC technology that the card uses. When you want to authorize transactions, you'll simply hold the ring up to the back of your phone. The private key will be stored on the ring. Now, I'm not sure. I think that it's going to be a ring and 2 backup cards rather than 3 rings, right? So you'll have a ring and then the 2 backup cards in case you lose your ring. And of course, some people were upset that they had just bought their cards. I have to put this out there, technology changes really fast. And I know that it's disappointing when you buy a product and then within a few months there's a release of a new product. I know that's disappointing and frustrating, but it's going to happen. It happens to me quite a bit when it comes to computer components, like graphics cards. I'll buy a graphics card and then a couple months later, a new version or a better version will hit the market. And, you just kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. Some companies will, like I know that Apple in the past has given discounts or done some sort of compensation for people that have bought their previous products within a certain time frame. But you can't really expect that from every company. So I apologize. I get it. It happens to me a lot too. And I know it's frustrating. So this is a cool story. We're going to be seeing more about Tangem and their new ring. Also wanted to bring out this story. Trezor has released a new hardware wallet. This story is a few weeks old, but they're just, and the wallet is now available for pre-order. I think it's still on pre-order. Let's check over here. Is it still a pre-order or not? Is this going to go over? There it goes. Yeah, it's still on pre-order status. Now, this is not a new flagship wallet. This is a kind of in-the-middle wallet, an improvement over their Trezor 1, which has been around for a while. And it looks like, I don't even know that they're selling the Trezor 1 anymore. The Trezor 1 kind of being, I believe, was their original wallet. It's got a little screen and 2 buttons. It still works great, but the interface leaves a little something to be desired. So they've sort of improved it and upgraded with the Trezor Safe 3. And they also have a Bitcoin-only version of this wallet that runs Bitcoin-only firmware, which is a little more secure than the multi-coin firmware. And so I thought that they had different firmware versions that you could download for their normal wallets. I think you can download a Bitcoin-only firmware for the Trezor Model T. But it looks like with the Trezor Safe 3, they're going with completely different wallets. Looks like it's completely sold out, too. So that's Trezor news. And they've sent me one. I should have that tomorrow. I should get a video going for that. That's going to be cool. Also, Elipal has announced their Titan 2.0. They sent me one. I did a video for the Titan 2.0 yesterday. That was my last posted video. So check that out. They've improved the security. There's a new upgraded secure element chip in the Elipal Titan 2, and they've improved the screen and battery life. So pretty cool air-gapped wallet. Now, let's see. Let me get through the news here. I just wanted to bring this one up. There was a fake Ledger Live app that appeared in the Microsoft Store, the App Store, if you're using Microsoft Windows. Let's see, where would it be? I don't use it that often. Microsoft Store. Yeah, I hardly ever go in there. But you can download things. Actually, I probably passed it here, didn't I? Well, let's just try Store. There it is, Microsoft Store. So yeah, when you're using Windows, a lot of times you'll download native apps for Windows 11, or 10, like iTunes, or even WhatsApp or iCloud. These are the big ones. But there was a Ledger Live in the Microsoft Store. A lot of third-party developers can post apps into the Microsoft Store, and I guess this one kind of slipped through the cracks. Basically, a lot of people think that if they download a program like this, it's somehow going to suck crypto out of your wallet. That's not how they work. You could download this thing, install it, and run it and be perfectly safe. And you can delete it off your computer and not have to worry about it. The thing is, though, when you run it, it is at some point going to tell you that you need to enter your seed phrase to get everything set up. And a lot of people fall for this. That's the real scam going on here. It's just another way to trick an end user into revealing their seed phrase. That's basically all this app is. It's just a seed phrase tricker. So it's malware in that sense that it does something bad, but it can be totally avoided if you just realize that you should never, ever, 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 ever enter your seed phrase into a computer app on your computer, or into your phone, or into a chat window, or into an instant messaging app like Telegram or WhatsApp, or anything like that. Anybody from tech support that contacts you and tells you they need your seed phrase is a scammer. And any software that asks you to enter your seed phrase is also a scammer. There are some exceptions to entering the seed phrase on your computer when you're restoring a computer, and that is, you've initiated the process of a restore. There are a couple of wallets that will require that seed phrase in order to do the restore. But just remember, that's when you are consciously restoring a wallet into a new browser or a new computer. So please, guys, be aware of that. The seed phrase is very important. People can access your wallet if they have the seed phrase. That's kind of the founding principle of hardware wallets, or any kind of wallet. It's basically just two numbers, a really long private key and then another equally long public key. And from those two numbers, Bitcoin wallets or crypto wallets can be derived. When you initialize a hardware wallet, that private key is generated, and from that private key, the public key can be generated. And from the public key, your Bitcoin or crypto addresses can be derived, right? But it doesn't work backwards. If someone has your address, it's mathematically impossible to derive that public key and from there derive that private key, right? It's a cryptographic function that only works in one direction, as it stands with modern cryptography. So keep that in mind. That seed phrase is the backup to your wallet. It's very useful, but if it falls into someone else's hands, it becomes very useful for them. Let's see, crypto wallet maker Ledger officially rolls out their Recover feature, unleashing a fresh round of snark. Now, I've been using Ledger for many years, and I totally understand why they would roll out a service like this. Here's a company, the largest cryptocurrency hardware wallet around, and there was a flood of new users coming in after the FTX collapse. I think they sold like 4 million units in 2022 after the FTX collapse, when the focus shifted to self-custody. And of those 4 million people, there were a lot of new users that didn't really understand how crypto hardware wallets worked, and they lost their seed phrase or gave it away, as I was talking about earlier, and then they were angrily calling Ledger, screaming at their tech support, telling Ledger to give them back their crypto. So people in the US and the West especially are very convenience oriented, and they feel like, if they buy a product, they should be made whole if something goes wrong with it. Well, crypto is different. Crypto is all about self-custody, self-responsibility. The wallet company cannot get your crypto back if you do something wrong. If you mismanage your seed, or you lose your device and you can't find your seed phrase, they can't really help you with that. And so Ledger probably got tired of taking the brunt of people's ire, and also felt like, hey, maybe we should create a service where people can safely and securely back up their seed phrase, and we'll do it cryptographically and all that great stuff. But it went over like a lead balloon. People that are experienced in crypto felt that it was wrong-headed. They felt there was a back door introduced by this firmware that allows this export of the private key. But my thinking is that, you're exporting your private key all the time. That's what signing transactions is. It's exporting your private key. So Ledger wallets have been doing this since day one. When you click those buttons to authorize transactions, you are basically exporting your private key to sign the transaction. It's not going out anywhere, but it stays on the device when that happens. But the Recover service is sort of leveraging that user intervention by saying, look, you can't export this seed phrase out to our servers unless you authorize it using the buttons, right? It's just new functionality to meet a specific need. Now, of course, Ledger is not, I can't think of the word for altruistic organization, right? They're in it for the money. They're a business. And they also, with this need, saw the potential to generate a lot of extra income, making this a service, right? A subscription service. So yeah, they're in it for the money. But it was a real problem. So I totally understand why they did this. But people don't like it. But I still use my Ledger device. I still trust my Ledger device as a hardware wallet. And it still supports a lot of third-party wallets for doing stuff that you can't do with other hardware wallets, right? And let's see, what's our last? Oh, I think that was the last story. So let me jump in. I want to say thanks again for everybody being here. Ruben says that his Ledger Nano display is corrupted. It's very dim. The digits are unreadable. I have my root words. Can I access my coin? The answer is yes. They're not foolproof as far as, yeah, I guess what I'm saying is they do wear out over time. This is my, well, I have a lot of Ledger Nano X's, but this is my second go-to device with this private key. The original Ledger Nano X that I had, that I purchased back in, I think, 2019, started to get dim as well. They do kind of wear out. Not only did the display start to get dim over time, the buttons on the front got a little sketchy, right? They weren't as crisp and clean as they had been the day I bought it. And also the face of the device kind of got a little grody. Juan Hedra, thanks for that subscription. You know, the oil from your fingers starts to get on the device over time. So, you know, it does wear out. And if you have your restore seed phrase, you can just get a new device and restore it. You can use that seed phrase to restore to other hardware devices. The seed phrase is an industry standard. You can use that seed phrase to restore to a Tangent wallet, a Trezor wallet, all kinds of wallets, right? So let's see. Every time I go to Reddit and search for a good wallet, everyone says avoid Ledger. Yes, because of the FUD. You know, once a reputation starts circulating, it takes on a life of its own. I wouldn't call Reddit the best place to get sound advice. There are a lot of great people on Reddit who help others and post useful and meaningful tech support comments, but a lot of it is rumor and FUD, and, you know, on both ends, right? So there's that fear of missing out that's circulating on Reddit. And then there's the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the FUD that people will pass along. It's sort of like a huge rumor mill. I know that people might disagree with me about that, but really just going on Reddit and listening to people post about stuff is not the best way to do your research. But hey, if you don't want to use a ledger, don't use a ledger. You know, there's other wallets out there, and that's kind of why I'm doing this today. So let's take a look over at my table here. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. Oh, okay. So, well, we've got this. Hello. Let's go over to the table here. As you can see, I've got this camera over here. It's pointing down. Looks like it's pointing in the wrong direction here. Maybe a little too far down. Let's see. We don't need, well, let's just hide the phone for the moment, right? So let's see. I've got this new Elipal, the Titan 2.0, and it's got this cool little charging stand that's not very stable. But let me get into this wallet here. So this is an air-gapped wallet. Basically, when you sign transactions, you do so through the use of QR codes. There are no cable connections to this wallet. There's no USB. There's no Bluetooth. There's no NFC. It is what they call an air-gapped solution. I also have the Keystone Pro, which I believe is also 3. Keystone 3 Pro. Let me get this guy open. All right. And so when you look at a hardware, air-gapped hardware wallet, there's not a lot of functionality, right? You can see that I'm not getting any balances. I'm not getting any market conditions. I can't see how many coins I have or how much they're worth. That is not the function of a hardware, an air-gapped hardware wallet. Its functionality is to hold the private keys of the cryptos that you're managing. And that's really all it does. And then I've got some other wallets here. I've got this One Key. This is the One Key Touch, which is a pretty cool hardware wallet. Now, as far as I'm pretty sure. Whoops. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Yeah. All right, so there's not much on here. It interfaces with a phone app, and I believe there's also a desktop app that you can use with this. I've got the Descent over here, which is another hardware wallet. It's not air-gapped. It uses USB, and it's got a charging port down here. And then we were talking earlier about the Tangem wallets. I've got both of these. Of course, there's no power, which is cool. They don't need to be charged, and it's a specific type of chip that works with near-field communication, or NFC, and your phone. So it's pretty cool. There's no desktop functionality with this. And of course, I've got a Trezor over here. This is my Trezor T, which I really like. And like I said, I'll be getting that new Trezor Safe 3, or 3 Safe, here soon. And of course, I've got my old, let's see here. I've got my trusty Ledger device here. So let's just briefly check those companies out. We've got the ledger.com, which is where you can buy Ledger devices, much aligned because of their recovery service, but still a great, safe, and secure wallet. We've got the Trezor company, which has an open source wallet. Open source is great, but the device itself has been compromised because of the fact that the code is open source. Now, this has never been remotely hacked. The hacks that have occurred with the Trezor device are always local. The attacker has to have access to the device and has to have very specialized tools and specialized knowledge. And these vulnerabilities have since been fixed. But that is the back and forth that you get with open source software. So a lot of companies like Trezor and a lot of other companies tend to go with the secret strategy, which is there's a secure element chip, and what happens inside that chip is a secret, right? It's not open source. We've got Tangem, which we've been talking about a lot today. This is their homepage, tangem.com. We've got the Ngrave. I didn't talk about the Ngrave, but I have one here, right? This is also a touchscreen wallet, and it's a air-gapped wallet. So it's very safe and secure. And as air-gapped wallet goes, very nice and easy to use. That touchscreen is beautiful. This is a very expensive wallet, but if you're into the air-gapped and, price is no object, then Ngrave is one of the most safe and secure hardware wallets out there. I mentioned the Keystone. I've got one over there. And the Elipal, right? They've just announced this new Titan 2. And also, I'll let you know that they gave me a code. They have this Titan 20 code for $20 off, but the CryptoDad code will give you 25, right? They were like, oh, okay, well, we'll give you 25. And I mentioned OneKey. OneKey is great. It's open source. And they have quite a few product offerings. I showed you that OneKey Touch, but they have the Classic, the Mini. The key tag is for storing seed phrases, and they also have a card, which is not per se a wallet. It's kind of a private key storage medium. And then we talked about Descent. So let's move some crypto into some of these wallets. One of the first things I wanted to demo for you guys was the Monero app and how it works with my Ledger device. So let's see, I'm going to stick with Brave here. I think I'm logged into Kraken. And on Kraken, we can deposit some Monero. They support Monero. Monero is a privacy coin. A lot of people, they'll say, oh, why are you buying privacy coin on Kraken? Well, there's lots of elements to the whole privacy thing, It's not illegal to buy privacy coins. And yeah, people will know that you have it. But once you put it in your wallet, then it's safe and secure and private. I think that's the point of Monero. But I wanted to start with a Monero transfer. Now I'm running the Monero GUI wallet. It is a desktop-based application, but I am using my Ledger device as the seed phrase. I'm sorry, as for the private key, right? So the private key is held offline using this Monero wallet. You can use the Monero wallet as a hot wallet, but when you use a desktop-based wallet or a phone wallet in conjunction with a hardware device, then it becomes a cold wallet. So I have my Ledger device here. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Let's bring this guy in, and I will show you what's going on my device. The first thing I need to do, and I'll just quit it real quick here. First thing I need to do is get into the Monero app on my device, which I will do. Once I'm in there, I'll go ahead and enter my password. Okay, let me turn this off for a second so you won't see my chin. Let's put in that password. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, now I wanted to show you what's going on the device. So basically what it's asking me to do is export the view key or public key so the wallet can manage the crypto for me. I'm going to skip that. I won't do the update of the software right now. It's going to start the node. There we go. We'll say download later there. We'll let the wallet sync up. I went ahead and did my sync up before the live stream, so it should only take a few seconds for it to sync to the blockchain. This is a full node wallet. The blockchain is downloaded onto my machine, right? So it's a very safe and secure wallet. So give it a second, and it's going to sync up here. I'm looking at questions. Trezor, I had to see how it worked. It seemed to me obviously not capable of protecting due to nature of use on internet. Entering is logged into memory, ripe for picking. Trezor, I have one Litecoin and it says signing transaction and won't let me withdraw. I love Ledger until the FUD came out, but still worried about storing a decent amount on it. Understandable. Hey Dad, my Ledger, and okay, we did that. Every time I go to Reddit, okay. Can you give opinions on the Keystone Pro 2 versus 3 from a security perspective, and what do you think with regards to the new Elipal versus Keystone? Very good question. We've got the wallet synced up. Let me go ahead and send a transaction. Let's go back over here. Let's see. Generate deposit address. That's my Monero address here. I've got to send my Monero to this address. Pretty straightforward. We'll go back over to the wallet. We'll paste in the address that we would like to send to. I have about 0.86 Monero in here. Let's do let's do 0.4. What the hell, right? So we'll send 0.4 Monero out. We'll click send. And now it's creating the transaction. It's a pretty complicated process. I'm trying to get a little, I guess I can't get in any further here. Right, you can see it's processing the transaction on my device. If I could get this, okay, there we go. All right, so there's the fee. All right, so I click both buttons there. Or do I? Oh, let's see. Let's go over one. There we go. Accept. All right, there's the amount, 0.4 I'm sending. I'll go over and double check that address, right? We'll hit accept there. And then there's the change, which will be coming back into the wallet. We'll click accept there. So you kind of have to be pretty mindful as you're using the Monero wallet with a ledger device. You can see that that functionality is a little bit complicated, right? Now that I've authorized on the device, I'll hit confirm. It wants my password one more time. Let me turn that thing off. Let's put that password in. And there we go. So I just authorized a transaction. So I just wanted you to see the process of authorizing an outgoing transaction and how it totally depended on my device, right? You were unable to send any crypto out of this desktop wallet without the device and user intervention, right? I had to be here punching the keys to authorize every step of the transaction. So that's how hardware wallets work. They're not really, this really is not a wallet. It's more like a keychain. It's like the key that starts your car, right? So you've got this great car. It's got all, you know, cool tires and great paint job. And it's sitting in your driveway, but you can't use it unless you can't take advantage of its functionality, drive yourself to the store or to the park without the keys, right? So that's pretty much what the hardware device does. It's the keys to the wallet that will allow you access to the crypto to move it from point A to point B. And that's the whole idea, right? So we got that one out of the way. There was a question about the Elipal Titan 2.0. Apparently the 2.0 has improved the secure element chip in the device. So there has been an upgrade to the security of the device. Also, there have been some cosmetic upgrades for the screen and the battery life. So it's an improved product, but it does not mean that the older Elipal Titan is obsolete, right? You can still use your older Elipal safely and securely if used properly. So if you're a little short on funds, there's really no reason to sort of throw away your old Elipal Titan. It's a great wallet. If you're just looking for the better, a little improvement on security and interface, then grab yourself one of these wallets and you can restore using your original seed phrase of your previous Titan, and you can continue to use the old Titan as your secondary backup, right? Your mirror backup, right? Once you import the seed phrase of a previous wallet into a new hardware wallet, you now have mirror backups, which are functionally, mathematically the same, right? So that's one scenario. You could also set this new one up from scratch as a brand new wallet and simply transfer some of your assets from the old Titan to the new Titan, and now you spread your assets across different wallets. You still got a great wallet, and then the comparison between the Titan wallet and Elipal Titan and the Keystone wallet, they're both great. They're both great air-gapped wallets. Now, one of the interesting things about the Keystone wallet is that they have gone to, have decided to stop supporting their own companion app, which sounds weird. Like the Elipal, I'll show you my phone here. The Elipal wallet works in conjunction with its own dedicated application, right? So if you look here, I have the Elipal wallet, right? And you can see that I've got some funds in this wallet, right? Some Stellar, some Matt. I thought that I got rid of these. They shouldn't really be in there. I think if we... Yeah, I just transferred these out yesterday when I did that video. Okay, there. Yeah, you can see the Bitcoin is gone. It just kind of needs to sync up. There, that Stellar is gone, and then that Matic is also gone. So yeah, I mean, the wallet kind of needed to be synced up a little bit because it was effectively empty. But this is their app. They created it. So there's a lot to be said about a company that creates a hardware device and a companion app, and they'll support both. That was one of the arguments for Apple computers back in the day. I used to sell Apples back in the mid 90s before the Apple stores were around. And one of the benefits of buying an Apple computer as opposed to a PC was that Apple made the hardware and the software, right? There's a Mac OS. So if someone had problems, they could call Apple, and Apple would support not only their hardware, but their operating system. Whereas with a Windows machine, if you buy a PC, from Dell or HP or Asus or whatever, you have a piece of hardware, but then the software is made by someone else, right? The software is Microsoft. So you have to deal with two companies, right? If you're troubleshooting, you don't know, is it your hardware, is it your software? So you have to deal with two companies. So for a new user, maybe the Elipal is better in the sense that if you're having trouble, they're the ones that have the software and the hardware. Now, let's see if I can get, okay. So what happened with Keystone is they decided to focus on the hardware device and just make it compatible with multiple hot wallets, right? Like MetaMask Mobile and OKX. And they made this decision because they wanted to focus more on the security and quality of the hardware wallet and in the interest of decentralization, right? They didn't want to have to be the ones kind of managing the crypto. So it's a different philosophy when you think about it. And so I'll show you their recommended wallet is OKX. And you can see I've got some funds there. And that was their decision. So whatever, but this is a very functional wallet. So it's a great wallet that you can use with a lot of features. There's, I believe you can stake in this wallet too, if you want to. And of course, the OKX app works with a lot of different types of hardware wallets, not just the Keystone. And it also works standalone on your phone as a hot wallet. So a little more flexibility if you're going that route. Now, I wanted to bring something up here. And we can go into the description down below. I've got some affiliate links here for Tangem and Trezor Safe and Ngrave. You've got like 1 or 2 days left to take advantage of my 30-day combo offer, right? You get $30 off when you use CryptoDad 30 at checkout. But I wanted to briefly go over this whole idea of me recommending specific hardware wallets. I will give you as much information as I can squeeze out of my 60-year-old brain to give you all of the pros and cons. But a lot of people in my comments and in emails want to pin me down and say, just tell me the best wallet. Well, you all know that I don't do investment advice. There's a lot of pitfalls to that, recommending cryptos to buy, so I try to stay out of that. And then when it comes to products, I try to stay out of recommending one particular product over another, as kind of a cut and dried thing. If you saw me doing wallet reviews and you wanted an honest opinion and you came to me and I was always recommending Trezor, no matter what, over and above every other wallet, you would wonder, hey, what's this guy doing with Trezor? Why is he shilling Trezor over every other wallet? And that's the reputation that I want to avoid. I want people to come to me and trust me to give them an honest opinion of any wallet that they might be considering. And that's why I shy away from saying, this is the best wallet to buy. And also, there really is no best wallet out there. This is not like a cut and dried thing where you can say, oh, the best graphics card are made by NVIDIA, right? That's kind of an evaluation of a piece of tech. When it comes to hardware wallets, there's more to consider than just which one is best, right? It has to do with what's best for you. What is your level of expertise? If you're brand new to crypto, you really don't need to get a cold card, air-gapped, secure wallet that's really difficult to use. You might end up losing crypto because you can't figure out how to use the wallet. So you probably want something a little easier to use, like Ledger, Trezor, or a Tangem, right? So when people come to me and ask me what's the best hardware wallet, there's lots of criterion, right? Is it cheap? Is it expensive? Is it easy to use? Is it difficult to use? Is it air-gapped? Is it, use NFC? Does it use Bluetooth? It all depends on your use case and what you think, what's best for you. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's why I don't do wallet recommendations like what's the best wallet out there. I get that question a lot. And my thinking is if I were to say, hey, this is the best wallet out there, people would buy it, right? On my advice. But I don't want that sort of temptation in my life, right? I don't want the temptation of wallet companies coming to me and saying, hey, would you please recommend our wallet to your devoted followers because they trust you, right? It's not what I'm about. Also, I wanted to bring up this other huge question that people give me all the time, and it's how do I cash out my crypto? How do I move crypto from my wallet to my bank? And it's not quite there yet, right? I get a little facetious sometimes when people ask me that, and I'll say something along the lines of, why don't you go into your bank and up to a teller and say, I have a deposit of Bitcoin, and see what they say? They just think you're nuts, right? You cannot just cash out a crypto from a hardware wallet directly to your bank. Maybe in the future, banks might accept crypto deposits and would give you an address to make a deposit directly to your bank. And they might have limited crypto options, like maybe Bitcoin only in the near future. But who knows? Maybe down the road, there will be a way to just simply transfer crypto directly from your wallet to your bank. But as it stands now, it's not there yet, right? Basically, in order to cash out crypto, you're going to need to deposit it into a cryptocurrency exchange. And speaking of that, let's see what we've got over here. Did my Monero come in yet? Doesn't look like it, right? Hopefully we'll get this. No, it has not. Let's see if I can. Let's see, scheduled. No, nothing coming in at the moment. Let's go back to that Monero if we can. So no, I have not seen that Monero hit yet, but it is on its way out, right? We can go to transactions and we can see that I sent that Monero out. So it might take a bit. Okay, so Seb says in Canada, they have a bank that will accept some crypto. Very interesting. Not aware. I know my Chase Bank or my Michigan Credit Union don't have that functionality yet. But it would be something similar to going to Coinbase and making a deposit. So Coinbase, we can think of Coinbase as sort of a bank. It's a cryptocurrency exchange, right? Basically, when you hit deposit, you tell it what you want to deposit. You click receive there, and they'll give you an address to make a deposit. And then you can transfer from your wallet to the exchange. And then from there, you can swap it for cash, right? You can trade it for cash and then withdraw to your bank. Let's see, I've got another, some crypto I want to move around. Let's go over to, I saw this earlier over in Solflare. Let's go ahead and get into Solflare here. I noticed that this bonk token has sort of taken off, so up 70% today. I'm going to sell a little bit of it, and we'll move it to a different wallet. Now, this particular wallet is connected to my Ledger device. Another good, and you know, I set all this stuff up years ago. So, but this wallet, the Solflare wallet, does not support Trezor devices. And as far as I know, it doesn't support very many other hardware wallets. But there are Solana wallets out there that do support other wallets besides Ledger. But what I need to do for this wallet is get into the Solana app. So we'll go back here. We'll go over to the Solana app. We'll click both buttons. Now that I'm in the Solana app, I can go over here and let's see. We're going to do a transfer. I'll swap some bonk for Solana. Jeff Snow, thank you for that subscription. I appreciate that. Let's see. It's a little difficult to figure out how much I want to do here. Let's see, I've got, is that 200 million? That's a lot, right? Let's do 50 million. Let's do 50, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, and that's going to give me 1.8 Solana. I don't see a dollar value here, but I'm assuming that it's like, I don't know, maybe 70 bucks, somewhere along those lines. Let's hit swap. Ah, okay. All right, let's see if I can get this done here. Gonna go back into Solana again. Let's try swap again. Failed. Okay, well, I might not be able to pull this one off, right? Let's exit. Did I just exit that? All right, let's try it again. Oop-a-doo. Let's try again. Let's try 50, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That should be okay. I've dealt with this before, and doggone it, I can't figure out what I did before to make this happen. So maybe it's a bad example. Sorry, guys. Okay, come on, Rex. What did you do last time to fix this? I don't remember. All right, let me see if I can get out of it again. All right, let's get back in. Let's see here. All right, let's try this again. No, it's not going to do it. Always when I have company, I can't pull this kind of stuff off. Okay. Let's see. Well, it's too late to try to pull this off on the fly live. So I guess I'm not going to do that. All right. So let's put some Bitcoin into a Trezor wallet. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So we'll turn this off. And, well, I'll tell you what, let's do the Keystone first, because that is a hardware-based wallet. So let's go over to this table here. I kind of wanted to show you how a Keystone wallet works. We'll move some of these other wallets out of the way. Okay. All right. So I have some SHIB in this wallet, and we're going to move some out. So let's fire up the hardware wallet. All right. And I need a destination. So let's go over to Coinbase and grab a destination. Coinbase supports SHIB. I can make a deposit of SHIB in my account. Hopefully I have enough Ethereum in that wallet to do this. All right, there's our SHIB. There's the address of our SHIB. We're moving it from our wallet to our exchange. It's part of a cash out process, right? So we'll do send here. We'll paste in the address. We'll hit next here, and we'll go ahead and max it out. And the next thing we'll do is, not enough ETH. Doggone it, I knew it. Okay. Okay, let's put some Ethereum. Well, you guys have run into this, I'm sure. So let's go into my Ethereum here. And I need to put some more Ethereum in this wallet. I don't have enough for the gas fees for that transfer. So I'm going to tap this. That's my address. Let's go over to Coinbase. Let's go to trade, and let's swap Bitcoin for Ethereum. I know I have some Ethereum in here. I'm sorry, I have some Bitcoin in here. Come on, Bitcoin, Ethereum. All right, we'll search. All right. There's Bitcoin ETH. We're going to sell the Bitcoin for Ethereum. We'll use market. No, we need to buy the Ethereum. All right, we're going to get there, guys. I can handle this. All right. So, come on now. All right, I want the max amount of Ethereum for my the Bitcoin that I have in my account. There's not a whole lot of Bitcoin in the account. All right, we're just going to do a simple swap. The fee, trading fee is pretty low. We got that. Let's go back over here. Let's go to my assets. And now we've got some Ethereum. So let's send that Ethereum into our hardware wallet for our gas fees. All right. We'll paste that in from OKX. That's the address of my wallet. And we'll max that out, and we'll go ahead and send it. All right, I need my two-factor here. We'll tap this code on our phone, and we can go back here and paste. And off it goes. And we're done there. And we can go back over to the wallet and, whoops. Hopefully, pretty shortly, I'll have that Ethereum in this wallet, so I'll have enough for my gas fees. I know this is pretty convoluted, but I'm sure you've run into this issue before. If you have an Ethereum wallet and you're managing ERC20 tokens, a lot of people will drop them in to empty Ethereum wallets, and then they're trying to move their ERC20 tokens out, and they're getting these error messages about there not being enough gas, and they're wondering, oh, don't I have enough SHIB? It's not the SHIB, right? It's the Ethereum. Ethereum pays the gas fees for all of the tokens. Echo, stop. We're at 10 o'clock, but I'm going to finish this out here. Hopefully we can get that in here sometime today. We might have to wait. All right. There it is. Okay. So now I have enough Ethereum in this wallet to pay the fees for this outgoing transaction, right? Let's go back over to Coinbase. Let's go to home. Let's do that receive. Let's get, we'll do SHIB again. Right. All right. And it's ERC20 based SHIB. Copy that into our clipboard. Let's go back over here. And now this time when we do our send, we'll paste in the address. Right. We'll go ahead and hit next. We'll max out our SHIB. And we want to send this like $40 worth of SHIB back to our Coinbase, right? I got the address from Coinbase. We'll hit next. All right, and there's enough Ethereum. It's actually going to cost me $10 in Ethereum. No wonder it didn't have enough in there, right? High price to pay for a demo, but I'm going to do it anyway. We'll say connect hardware wallet to confirm. All right, there's the request, right? And so I got to pick up my wallet here. I've got to scan that code into the hardware device. This is how AirGap Wallet works, right? The request is sent out through QR code. I scan the QR code to get the requested transaction in. Now it's up to me to authorize the outgoing transaction. I'll slide this thing across. It needs my fingerprint, which is back here. All right, now I have an authorization code, right? So I go back to the app and I tap next, and now it opens the camera and I scan the authorization code so that I can process this outgoing transaction, right? So the transaction has gone out, all is well with the world, and that's done. And we can go back over to our Coinbase account and kind of wait for that SHIB to arrive. In fact, we can go over to the desktop. All right, and we'll just do a refresh here. We should see that SHIB hit the account pretty quick. Works pretty well. Let me catch up on comments here. You guys I want to thank everyone for being here today. I know it's, I just decided to start doing this yesterday. I think I will probably do this every Wednesday at 9 instead of Thursdays. But I had an idea to do it yesterday, but it got a little bit late. It was around 3 p.m. And then I decided I think I would rather give a little more advanced warning than like 20 minutes before I went live. And I used to do a live stream at 9 during the week a while back. I think it was like a Bitcoin education, and stopped doing that. But I think like the hardware wallet roundup is a great subject matter. A lot of people want to know more about hardware wallets, how they work. There's the outgoing Ethereum now has shown that the account has gone down to 0. Remember, we moved the Ethereum off into my Keystone wallet, right? Because I needed the Ethereum for my fees. This would also apply to any EVM chain-based wallet, like a Binance Smart Chain wallet. Binance Smart Chain wallet supports thousands of tokens, but you need BNB token in there for your fees, right? The same with Avalanche, right? There's a lot of Avalanche tokens out there, but you need to have Avalanche AVAX token in the wallet for your fees. The same holds for Polygon and Matic. If you have a native Matic wallet, and there's lots of Matic tokens out there that you can use, you'll need to have Matic in the wallet for your fees, right? So it just depends on the type of wallet that you're using. But this is a fairly common conundrum that people run into when, you know, they hear about some great new token, they buy it, they stick it in their wallet, and then they can't figure out how to get it out because they don't have, you know, the underlying token for fees in the wallet, right? So you saw me deal with that. Did you get any Stacks update? No, I have not gotten any update from Ledger about Stacks. I did get an email from someone at Ledger saying that Charles and there was another guy, I can't remember his name, two guys that work at Ledger wanted to reach out to their affiliate partners and have kind of a Q&A. I replied, it wasn't the CEO, Pascal, but it was Charles and their media guy. And I told them, yeah, let's set it up. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. They haven't gotten back to me yet, but it will give me a chance to talk to them. I don't know if they want to come on live and do Q&As on my live stream, or if they just want, you know, like a private Zoom session to deal with my questions. But I could ask them about Stacks there, but they'll probably give me the same answer they've been giving everybody, which is, you know, we're doing everything we can, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so no updates to the Stacks. Sticking with Ledger Nano X and Nano S, Tangent 2.0, and Tangent personal preference. Yeah, that's a good scenario that Paul Booth points out, is that you don't have to just make a choice as to use one hardware wallet, right? You can have more than one wallet to manage your assets, right? You can have you know, your main wallet where you store your large amounts of crypto. You can have your using wallet where you store crypto just to sort of play around with. You can use all of your wallets as long-term storage if you want to do it like that, and just spread your assets. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. So yeah, it's very flexible. You don't have to choose one wallet to put all your assets in. Crikey, Rex, how many hardware wallets do you have on your desk? Can anyone tell me what's the collective name of a bunch of hardware wallets, right? It'd be like a gaggle, right? A gaggle of hardware wallets. Can you use OKX to buy crypto to the Keystone directly instead of buying on a separate exchange and transferring the funds? I believe there is some buy functionality in the OKX wallet. Let's see here. Yeah, they have an exchange. Of course, you'll need to sign up for it and everything else. But judging from the way this wallet works in conjunction with hardware wallets, I would assume that it would be similar to using the Ledger Live buy feature, which allows you to buy crypto that when you purchase it, you don't have to do that separate transfer. Your purchases go right into your wallet. Haven't had a chance to play around with this, but I'll look into it. But it looks like yes. But of course, you're going to have to sign up. You're going to have to go through KYC. You're going to have to give them personal identifying documents, all that kind of stuff, right? Let's just cancel out on that. But yeah, so that would be a way to sort of bypass the whole transfer process. But keep in mind, when you're dealing with like a third-party wallet with a third-party payment processor, you know, their fees are fairly high. It's a little convoluted. I prefer to buy my crypto on centralized exchanges that I trust, like Coinbase and Kraken, but I'm an old guy. What do I know, right? And then just transfer. I mean, it's not that difficult to do a transfer. Gaggle, LOL. Have some bank accepting BTC or ETH in Canada? Ngrave, can you still use the hard device if you haven't updated to the latest software? I would imagine that you can, although it's best practice to keep your wallets updated. Let me see here. I got this. I'm going to show you my phone. This is the Ngrave Liquid app. I have auto update on my phone enabled so that whenever any apps that I'm running on my phone will just automatically update. I don't know why you wouldn't want to update, but it depends on the app and the situation. You'll probably be able to get by without running the latest version of the app. I just don't know why you would want to, right? Better to keep your app fully up to date with the latest software, functionality, and bug fixes and security fixes, right? But I would imagine you can still use the device even if your app isn't up to date fully, right? Let's see. Hey, Dad, with the Ngrave. Okay. Also, if it's never connected to the internet except when updating software, is that spot a vulnerability for hackers? I don't know for sure if you can update Ngrave with an SD card. It doesn't look like it. There's always a little bit of a vulnerability when getting anything on the internet. So, but best practice would be if you're going to update the firmware on your Ngrave to be on the official Ngrave site, verify your software download, all that kind of stuff. Just be careful when you're doing stuff like that. So let's see here if they've got firmware update, right? So yeah, just make sure you're downloading the firmware update from the official site. Welcome to the official firmware update. The latest version of your firm will always be available here. They'll get you started. I'm going to log out. Right. You know, they want to confirm that you have your backup. Right. You'll do Windows. If you have Linux, you can verify and install the updates yourself. Right. Okay, they give us yeah, so I mean, just go through the steps, make sure you're on the right official website, and, there's risk in everything we do. Thought of getting an Ngrave, but as I recall, it wouldn't hold XLM or Algo. Let's see here. Where do you manage tokens, right? Whoops. Portfolio, no. Oops. I think you have to do it on the device itself, right? On the hardware device. I'm not sure if this thing is... I think it's booting up here. Yeah. Let's just check real quick. That'll kind of be the last thing I do. You're wondering about XLM and Algo on an Ngrave? So let's see here. We can turn this off. Yeah. Well, I've been doing this I've been doing this channel since 2017. So yes, I have accumulated quite a few wallets. I'm in, a situation now where most of the companies will just contact me when they have a new wallet out. Let's see. Oop. All right. Yeah, you have to add new cryptos on the device. So looks like, what were you asking about? Stellar? Stellar is supported on the Ngrave. That's the Stellar. And then the other one that you wanted was Algo. Whoops. Oh. What am I doing here? Can't seem to get into this. Oops, that's not what I'm trying to do. All right, let's try that again. Okay. Algo. Yeah, I don't see Algo. ALGO, I believe. No, you're right about that. But it does support Stellar. So yeah, I mean, not every crypto wallet supports all of the coins that you're interested in. Another reason why you might want to have more than one hardware wallet, right? I know a lot of there's a lot of cryptos that the Trezor device doesn't support, and so you know, but a Trezor is a great wallet. Like you might want to just use Trezor for your Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then for your, you know, the coins that you want to invest in or you know, short-term hold or even long-term hold, just use a different wallet, right? So it's entirely up to you. You don't have to go with one particular wallet. I know most people don't want to confuse their life and want to get the best wallet, the most versatile wallet. So yeah, I mean, you would just kind of keep looking around until you found one. But you know, for safe and secure Bitcoin storage, if you want to just focus on that, then you might want to find the best wallet for Bitcoin, and then for your other coins, find something else. Right. That's just. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign on out here. I've got my placard here for the Saturday night live stream, which I'm going to continue to do every week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always join me for that. And as I mentioned, I'll start doing this hardware roundup every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. I'll try to stick to that to the best as I can and sort of give you a couple days notice when that's coming around. I want to thank everybody for joining me this morning. I'll probably need to start focusing on particular wallets, maybe get that set up ahead of time. So I'll have an itinerary out rather than just kind of hoping to get to every single wallet I had on my table. Not really, doesn't lend itself to an hour. Once again, guys, thanks. Check out my channel for up-to-date crypto hardware wallet evaluations and warnings against scams and privacy related videos. So I do a lot of different things on my channel, but my number one focus is on reviewing hardware wallets. And so I thought that I would do this specialized live stream for all that. Not everything went the way that I had hoped, but we're okay. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Kenny, for being here. Thank you for everyone that joined and watched and participated and subscribed. Check back with me again. We'll focus on hardware wallets more. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.